Hey everyone, so welcome back. I'm going to do my sort of little boutique area here. So I've got a few shelves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of smaller shelves. And they have sort of, what's considered to be boutique style labels. There is other boutique stuff in my collection that's either on my sort of favourites wall over here or on my horror wall over there. So this isn't all the boutique stuff I've got. This is basically anything that doesn't go into horror, I suppose, on its own, as any non-horror stuff is going to be in here, and anything that I just want to keep as a little collection for what it is. So yeah, let's get going with this one. So I'm just going to nip in, and basically when I filmed the video I realised after filming that I'd actually skipped a couple of big box sets that are right in plain view here, so I couldn't see the forest for the trees. So I'll quickly grab those, we'll insert this little clip before we get on with the full collection, and then yeah, we'll drop you back into the main video. It's an imprint box set. It's the After Dark series. So yeah, these are After Dark Neo-Noir Cinema collections. This is the first collection. These are really nice box sets. Yeah, they are pricey if you're in the UK to get them here. I think I found mine on eBay. But yeah, really nice sets. And in here we've got the movie Twilight, not obviously the vampire movie, but this one's got Reese Witherspoon in there. So I do follow Reese Witherspoon quite a lot in her career, and this one I know she's in there. You got Susan Sarandon, Paul Newman I think it is, and Gene Hackman. Not a bad thriller, that one. That's a pretty good film. Flesh and Bone. All of these are pretty solid, to be fair. One False Move. You get a little booklet in there about the films. Rush, which is yeah, I really enjoyed that one. And you've got Mortal Thoughts, so I think that's Demi Moore, Gene Hackman again, and then After Dark, My Sweet. So yeah, all of those were pretty standard, were pretty good neo-noirs. But yeah, that's the first collection. The second box set here, so this is the After Dark again, Neo-Noir Cinema Collection 2. Again, really nice box sets, all very solid. Yeah, fantastic. So put these lids off. And in this one, we have got the movie Narc. So yeah, these are the sort of more towards the 2000s, early 2000s movies, late 90s. The Yards, so I love both of these movies. Way of the Gun, a highly underrated movie. I really enjoyed this one. Booklet again. And then you've got Crimson Rivers. And Internal Affairs. So yeah, and then the last one in the set is Blue Steel. That's those two, and I'll drop you back into the main video. So I guess the first one to kick it off with, I should probably show, is if you're a regular viewer of the channel, then you've already seen this one quite recently, but this is the Criterion collection of Godzilla movies. So yeah, fairly recent pickup for me. Really nice edition. Just won't fit on the shelf. So yeah, going into the Criterions here, we've got 12 Angry Men, absolute classic. It's one of those films you must see, you know, once in your life at least. Set of films here, the Before trilogy. So yeah, if you know about these ones, then you already know. But it's got Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. Basically follows this sort of couple when they meet back in the very first film. And then just follows their lives, basically. There's a lot of talking in here, but somehow the movies just fly by. The Blob. So yeah, the classic Blob. Again, another recent pickup of mine. Dazed and Confused. These Criterions, I know they are pricey, but they do have some good editions sometimes. Look at that. The artwork in here. Just have a quick look at this one because it's more recent for me. But yeah, really nice artwork. Old booklet in there. And there's a poster as well. Yeah, I don't want to spend too long on each edition, or this video will be hours long. So, next one, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. So I like these sort of teen comedies from back in the day. The Fisher King. So I'm a pretty big fan of Robin Williams, and yeah, this is one I fairly recently watched in the last sort of few years. The Graduate, I think this is an import. Yeah, this is a Region A one, so you won't find this on the UK market, just in the shelves here. But yeah, I got this on eBay for a dirt cheap price, something like £3 or £4, I think it was. But yeah, Region A locked. The Irishman. So yeah, I wanted to pick this one up. I watched it on Netflix when it had it on there. I think it was Netflix that streamed it first. Yeah, I quite enjoyed this one. Menace to Society. Get the right way around. Night of the Living Dead. The actual classic George A. Romero's. One of my favourite Adam Sandler movies, Punch Drunk Love. So yeah, if you've seen Uncut Gems and you have no more experience of him doing more serious roles, check this one out. Really good. The Squid and the Whale. And Tootsie. So yeah, that's mostly all my Criterions. So I don't have a lot of those. They are quite pricey, but I do want to keep hold of my favourites out of that series, and they are nice additions if you can pick them up. So a couple, literally just 2 BFI titles now. I might have a couple more somewhere in there. I've had BFI titles in the past, watched them. They are good. I appreciate them, but they are more of a one-time watch 9 times out of 10 for me. And these 2 are still ones I've got to watch, hence why they're on the shelf still. So this is The Crying Game. So yeah, I haven't watched that one yet, but I do want to get through it because it sounds really interesting, and I do like the cast. And then this one I picked up really cheap in CX for about £5 or £6, I think it was, called The Deep End. Don't know much about it. I think it's to do with some swimming pools. But yeah, don't know much more about that one. And again, similarly with the movie collection, there's a couple spread around somewhere, I think, but these 3 I haven't seen yet. Again, a recent pickup for me. Benedetta. Lamb. On Body and Soul. This is the first movie label I picked up, or edition I picked up, but just mostly based on how good it looked on the cover. Know little to nothing about it. But again, another one of those cheap CX pickups for about £5 or £6. So these are some Eureka titles. So, Enemy Mine. John Dies at the End. Haven't seen that one yet, but again, another one I picked up in CX fairly cheap, and it was seemed quite hard to get online at the time. Lucky. I enjoyed this one. Monkey Shines. I think I'm halfway through this one, and I fell asleep. Nothing to do with the film, just my age. Nashville, found that in a charity shop, as you can see on there, for £9.99. I think this goes for crazy money online, £30 upwards probably. But yeah, I thought for £9.99 it sounded pretty good, and it seemed really hard to get hold of, even through CX, without paying a pretty penny for it. So I thought I'd take a gamble on that one. Police Story 1 and 2, like a bit of Jackie Chan action. Rumblefish, yeah, I really enjoyed this one. So this one has got Matt Dillon, Mickey Rourke, Diane Lane, Dennis Hopper, Nicolas Cage, Chris Penn, and Tom Waits, I think it is. Really good cast in this one. If you haven't checked this one out yet, worth a little look just to see if you could be interested. But yeah, these are obviously when they're quite a bit younger, all of these cast members. But yeah, worth a look. Quite a big Nick Cage fan, so I picked up Valley Girl on eBay. Fairly decent price, I think I paid for this. Can't remember what it was now, but I remember at the time it was a good deal. But yeah, it's the hardbox edition of Valley Girl. Comes with a nice booklet. Yep, that's all my Eurekas that are on this shelf. So then we've got a few 88 titles on here. So this is the hardbox edition of Robotrix. So yeah, I knew nothing about this one. I just found it again in a CEX for, compared to online prices, a dirt cheap price. I think it was like 10-12 quid. Absolutely insane, mental. You can probably tell from some of the pictures there. I have nothing too risky on there. And then yeah, so you've got poster art cards and such. Worth a little investigation if that looks like it's something up your street. Similarly, I picked up again from CEX the 7th Curse, which another solid hardback box edition there. Those films are just mental as well, absolutely crazy. I haven't checked this one out yet, but I really like the artwork on here. This is the Black Cat. Yeah, don't know too much about this one, but I don't know if it's like a bit of a Nikita type story or you know, one of those sort of a female assassin type stories. But yeah, I want to check this one out. So as you can see, 2 for 15 deal. I normally pick these up if they look interesting. Erotic Ghost Story. Yeah, that was all right, not too bad. I'd probably keep it in the collection for a little while at least. Might give it a rewatch. So Ebola Syndrome. So yeah, that was mental, absolutely crazy. This one I watched with a couple of buddies of mine, and we all sort of sat there and were like, that is an amazing film. Drive, yep, worth recommending that one to anyone who's interested in the type of films these are. So this basically, we realised there's a lot of stuff that's in here and this predates Matrix, Rush Hour, all that sort of stuff. And basically, there's almost direct scenes out of Matrix and Rush Hour, I swear, in this film. So yeah, check that one out. I haven't watched this one yet, but Jet Li in The Master, again, picked up on a 2 for 15 deal. And The Protector, same story with that one. I think I picked that one up in CX though, so that was maybe 6-7 quid, or no, 6 or 8 quid. Crime Story, no slip on this one, but again, I like investigating a bit of Jackie Chan's earlier work. I don't like going too far back. It's more sort of towards the 80s for me, is where it seems to peak. Detox with Sliced Alone. I'd never seen this one before, and this sort of age bracket is roughly where I kind of tune into movies quite well, which I think late 90s, early 2000s from memory. But yeah, really enjoyed that one. 11 Days, 11 Nights. There we go, got it with a slip. I think I picked up on eBay somewhere. Karate Warrior, which I've heard is just like a complete rip-off of Karate Kid, but with some kind of like weirdness thrown in there for good measure. Murphy's Law, haven't seen this one yet, but I know it's very famous, Charles Bronson movie. Want to check it out. A Romper Stomper, again, this one's selling like dirt cheap now because they can't get rid of this thing, but it's one that I've either seen so long ago I can't remember, or I just haven't seen. I can't recall. But yeah, want to check that one back out again. Tromeo and Juliet. Now this one I think was like a £6 bargain pickup from CEX at one point, and this thing goes up and down in price like a yo-yo. So yeah, I thought I'd swoop in when it was down low. I have seen it, bit crazy. So the next little collection I've got here is the Van Damme collection that 88 Films did. So the first one is Cyborg. Next one is Double Impact. And then we've got Nowhere to Run, Street Fighter, Maximum Risk, Double Team, Knockoff, Legionnaire, Universal Soldier: The Return, The Replicant, and In Hell. So next is basically a line of Arrow titles. Yeah, these are basically just non-horror Arrow editions that I've got, or yeah, ones that I want to check out that I haven't seen or I've seen fairly recently, but we'll take a look. So yeah, 12 Monkeys. I had this on VHS, I think it was. That's probably the last time I saw this, and so I need to rewatch this pretty soon. Animal Factory. Haven't seen that one yet. Big Trouble in Little China. Found that in a charity shop for $3.99. Black Mama, White Mama. Blowout. Bound. The Burbs. Cheeky. So Coffee. Cruising. Dark Blue. Dress to Kill. Fish Called Wanda. FM, another charity shop find. I think £3, £4, something like that. Fabulous Lola, it's another one of those £5 sale ones. Heathers. Hired to Kill. Another £5 sale one. The Key. King of New York. Clown. The Long Good Friday. Matinee. Miracle Mile. Mona Lisa. My Stepmother is an Alien with a slip-on. Southland Tales from the guy who did Donnie Darko. I quite like this one, it's not too bad. Time Bandits. Villainess. Withnail and I. This one is, I believe, the 4K edition of Crash. It's the special box edition with the booklet. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Again with the booklet. Nice hardback case. That's the Blu-ray edition. And then we have the Vengeance trilogy, which has Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance. So the next little segment on my shelves is Artificial Eye, or the Curzon collection, I think it is. But I just mix them all together. They've all got the same type of spines. So 45 years. Again, this was a charity shop pickup for me for a £1 or something like that. Antichrist. Yeah, that's you got some dark places there. Blue is the warmest colour. Haven't seen this one yet. Fish Tank. I used to watch this on DVD a few times. Pretty good. Good time. Enjoyed this one. So this one's got Robert Pattinson in it, but yeah, worth a watch. Hidden. Holy Motors. Lamont double. Probably butchered that, but there we go. Lean on Pete. This was another charity shop. I think it's like a 3 for £1 one at some point, but yeah, it was really cheap. Remember that. Lilting. Again, I think another charity shop find. Love of this, I think Gaspar Noé, if I remember rightly. The director of it. Can't see it. But yeah, pretty sure. Oh yeah, it's on the front. So yeah, Gaspar Noé. Yeah, I've seen, I think, half of this so far. But I need to go back and finish that. Melancholia. Kirsten Dunst. Nymphomaniac 1 and 2, £5. Solaris, I think this was on some Amazon deal for a crazy price, like £5-ish, give or take. We need to talk about Kevin. And I still haven't checked this out yet, but The Handmaiden. Now this one comes with 2 different editions in there. I think one's the director's cut and one's the theatrical cut. So yeah, interested in checking that one out. So if you ever see those titles around, guys, they're normally worth a watch. So they're normally quite interesting. Quite a few might be subtitled, but if you don't mind subtitles, then yeah, always worth a little look. So the next set we've got is a few indicator titles. So this one is the Adventures series. So you've got Adventures of a Taxi Driver, Adventures of a Private Eye, and Adventures of a Plumber's Mate. I've seen the first one. You kind of know what these are. They're okay. Well, the first one was okay. I probably will drop this in at some point. Don't think it's one I'm going to keep in the collection. Next one was a long time ago. I did a Blu-ray video or a pickup video, and this was in it. I found this in the CEX for a really reasonable price. It is the limited edition Harryhausen set. So that has got, it came from beneath the sea, 20 million miles to Earth, and the world of Gulliver, or the worlds of Gulliver. Yeah, really nice sets, these ones. Really hard to come by at the time. I presume it still is. But yeah, these are really good. Age of Consent. I really enjoyed this one. Threw this one on one Sunday randomly. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. It was a big surprise. I think I picked this up for one of their £5 deals or something they do now and again, where you get 3 for 15 or 4 for 20 or something. Body Double. Again, I picked this one up in the last offer I think I did with those guys, which was about a £5. Devil in a Blue Dress. Do like a bit of Denzel Washington. I haven't seen it as yet, but I do want to check it out. Ghost of Mars. I hate this film and I love this film at the same time. I sold this film. I had the special edition, or like at least another edition of this, and I sold it because I did a John Carpenter video way back, and I'd said then, it's so terrible, but something keeps drawing me back to it. Why does it keep coming back? Haven't checked this one out yet. Hussey, know nothing about it. It was the limited edition version, and yeah, it was on sale, I think, again for about a £5. Jagged Edge, haven't seen that one yet, but for the same reasoning, I think that was maybe just a touch more than a £5. Moscow on the Hudson, I really enjoyed this one. Like I say, I'm quite a big fan of Robin Williams, so yeah, that one ticked a couple of boxes for me. Night of the Demon, yeah, I enjoyed this one. It's an old black and white movie. I saw this one at a horror sort of screening a couple of years ago now, maybe a few years ago now, and had a great time with it, so I thought I'd pick that up on disc. Road Games, yeah, really enjoyed this one. Again, it was another one of those £5 ones. And Scum, again, this one on offer for some sort of silly price, like 10 quid or less or something like that, but haven't checked it out yet. Okay, so the next section is going to be the 101 Black Label. So yeah, recent pickup video I've done, showed a couple of editions of these, but I'll go through the rest as well. So this is Black Book. So this is, yeah, I watched this weirdly last night from recording this video, which may not be going up for a little while, but yeah, this one is a really good film. I just don't know how many times I can rewatch it. It's good 2.5 hours long or more. But yeah, it was really good. I love the director of this film, like Paul Verhoeven, so RoboCop and, you know, all the classics he's done in the past. Really appreciate the film. I just don't think I'm going to get the rewatch out of it. But yeah, it was a really good film. I'm debating whether that gets moved on later on down the line. I haven't checked this one out yet. Brain Dead, not to be confused with obviously Peter Jackson's Brain Dead, but I need to check that one out. Class of 1984, really enjoyed this one. Yeah, watched this one quite a while back. Howard the Duck. So yeah, this one came up silly price like somewhere else. But yeah, I picked that one up. I have seen it. I quite like it. Yes, Phil with double L if you're watching. There is someone out there that likes Howard the Duck. Johnny Mnemonic. That's the one I showed off recently. Special edition, came back into print again after it was out of print for a long time. The New Kids, really good. I enjoyed this one as well. Split Second, yep, had a great time with this one. Really enjoyed that one. Suburbia, again, really enjoyed this one. I'll probably watch this one a few more times. One I picked up cheap somewhere, and Trespass, and yeah, I haven't seen this one as yet, but I do want to get into this one as soon as I can. And a couple more Black Label ones without the sort of special edition sets. They just came up quite cheap and they're quite hard to get with the special edition sets. That is The Caller. I really like this film. So yeah, it's got William H. Macy in it, and I think from memory, I haven't seen it since DVD days, but I'm pretty sure he's basically a bad luck guy, and his casino employs him to just go around and spread bad luck to all the tables when people start getting a winning streak. But there's more to it than that, but that's the basics I remember. But yeah, Caller, really enjoyed that one. And then The Grifters, as you can see, $4.99, picking them up when they're cheap there. So now I've got a few Red Label 101 titles here to show. So the first one is Deathstalker and Deathstalker 2. I really like the first Deathstalker. Deathstalker 2, not so much. Recent pickup again, Death Warrant, so I really want to check this one out soon. The Deep. So when I was watching YouTube videos way back, and John the Movie Collector, he did a whole sort of like dive into this one, and no pun intended, and he really sold me on this one. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. It's not the type of film I would have picked up probably naturally. So yeah, John the Movie Collector, thank you very much. This is Nemesis. Yep, had a good time with this one. Pretty good cult movie. Stone Cold, really had fun with this one. Good time. And the other recent pickup is Toy Soldiers, which I still need to get onto. Okay, so the next section. This is the last section on the list, but it could be one of the sort of bigger, yeah, probably the bigger collections I've got, is the HMV premium titles. So let's go with those. First one here is All the President's Men. I picked most of these up either on a 2 for $15 deal when they go on, or if they were cheaper in CX for around the £5-6 mark. Provided they got the slip boxes, because it's one of the ones I will only buy with a slip box. Badlands. I'll try and push through this last lot. Body Heat. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Casualties of War. Clash of the Titans, the original. Clockwork Orange. Dolores Claiborne, I think it is. Probably butchered that one as well. Dinah. So that one I think was £4 in CX when I picked up. So yeah, it comes with a slip. Bargain. Excalibur, again, 2 for $15. Fatal Attraction. Flashdance. Forbidden Planet. The Golden Child. The Haunting. The Hidden. The Hunger. Innocent Blood. Jason and the Argonauts. Jeremiah Johnson. Logan's Run. The Man with Two Brains. Mr. Nice Guy. Munich. Night Moves. The Phantom. Scanner Darkly. Scarecrow. Sex Lives and Videotapes, Soylent Green, Target, another one I picked up for about £4 in CX, Them, Marathon Man, Mighty Joe Young, The Thing from Another World, The Time Machine, Trading Places, Urban Cowboy, Village of the Damned, and lastly, Wolfen. So that's it. Like I said at the start, that's not all the premium collections. That's not all the boutique label ones. They are kind of spread in my rewatch ones and in my horror ones, depending on what category they fall in from that. These are ones that they're not either. They're not like ones I watch a lot, or horror. Well, possibly not horror. Wolfen probably is. But yeah, ones most have still got to get to. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry it's a really long video. I'll try and edit this down as much as I can. But yeah, thanks for watching if you stuck to the end, and I'll see you next time.